Welcome to Side by Side Games. I'm Alokin, an advanced gamer.
And I am Oceanwolv, a casual gamer.
We're a husband and wife duo reviewing video games from different gamer perspectives to help you and your person find your next two-player game.
We discuss pros and cons and then break down the game into 4 categories: co-op ability, production quality, gameplay mechanics, and overall fun.
Let's get into it.
This review is a special one because Alokin and I love It Takes Two. It is one
Yes,
of
we do.
our top favorite games ever. And we are so excited for you to listen to our review and see if this is a game for you and your person. The TLDR of It Takes Two is that it is the ultimate co op experience, blending diverse gameplay, stunning visuals, and teamwork driven challenges. Though its human character design and story pacing may not appeal to everyone.
The general overview for this game, we purchased this for $40 on the PlayStation Network. We played for about a week and a half for us to actually complete the full game. This is couch co-op, split screen, and a little bit about the game is that you embark on the wildest duo journey and It Takes Two. You work together across a huge variety of gameplay styles and challenges to help this couple resolve their differences. And so to kick off the review, we're going to jump into our pros and cons list, and I'll start first with my pros. I really love that there's a lot of variety in the gameplay. And what I mean by this is you're going to play racing games, you're going to play fighting games, top-down style. There's just enough variety for everybody to play a game that they actually like together. I also love that it's a pure co-op game, and these are very rare in the sense that you have to play as 2 players. You can't complete this just by yourself, which makes it already unique in and of itself because you need to rely on each other. You can't play 2 controllers at the same time, which is really great. And it's in a game class of its own. And then there's a lot of very beautiful visuals and styles of art. I think that they could have done a better job of combining them, and I'll speak a little bit more about that later. But overall, this game was very stunning, and when they did switch gameplay styles, they matched it perfectly.
Yeah, 100% agree with your pros list. My first pro that I wrote down is that it's an immersive 3D world, which I think is probably my favorite thing about this game is it's so immersive. Like I really feel like the creators built this game to be a movie
Mhm.
and for you to be the main characters in the movie, exploring the world, going through not just like playing the mini challenges and everything, but you're literally on the ground, in the sky, in objects. I think that's so exciting and fun and unique. My second pro of this game is that the gameplay is beyond basic controls, which I really enjoy because it caters to beginners, intermediate, and advanced gamers.
Mhm.
That's like really accessible and dynamic about it being the co-op game as it is.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I love the puzzle based challenges. They have a lot of challenges, but puzzle based meaning it requires so much strategic and critical thinking on your part and your partner's part. So that's where it's super fun.
Yeah, I'd agree. I could hop next to the cons. And just to be clear, it took me a while to find cons. I actually had 2 cons
Yeah,
only, all up
same.
until we were going to launch this blog post. So these were very slim pickings,
Yeah.
and if any. So for me, I felt like the main characters were strange, and that's like the husband, the wife, and the daughter. I just felt were a little strange. Maybe it was
Hmm.
the acting or the motion capture that they did. It just felt weird.
Like weird how.
I actually expand on that a little bit
Oh, okay.
more in
Okay.
the next one. Weird in just the way that they were acting, but also the design. I say here
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
uncanny valley, which I explain a bit more about later.
Oh my God. Literally, this is exactly the same list that I have for the cons because, like you said, it was hard for me to think about wait, what are the cons of It Takes Two?
Hmm.
But it's not like this is like a perfect game. Everything is flawed, but these flaws are like being nitpicky. Okay,
Incredibly
these are the
nitpicky.
things that could be improved on, of course, but they're not like deal breakers of the game.
Hmm.
My list is literally the same thing as yours. I think I just say it in a different way because I don't have that terminology. But I said that the graphics of the humans, like the technology of that has aged like
Yeah.
not well. And I will expand on that later, of course, but they do look creepy. Like they look like,
Yeah.
they don't really look human. It's a hit or miss with the design. The second con that I wrote down is that the story can get boring after a while. I
That's
just feel,
interesting.
I think I do talk about this later in the review, but I just feel like I love this game. I love the world. I just want to play.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the marriage. Like I just want to play.
Like when the snow map, they were like, "Oh, this is where we went on that ski trip."
Yeah.
You didn't like that?
I appreciate it. Like it's a cute nod to the story, to the game, but to me it's too much. Like I
Okay.
just dial it back like 50%.
What's a lot?
Yeah, actually that's a lot. But and then the third con is exactly what you said, the in-game character, which is the book.
Yeah.
The in-game character, this is like a guide for the two characters, but it just clashed with the tone of this in-game character clashed with the tone of the game.
Yeah.
And so that to me is a con.
Yeah, he was like out there and wild and goofy and silly, and the game's
Yeah.
tone was
Like somber
somber,
and
and the
very
child was sad. They were going
fragile.
through a
Yeah.
divorce. Yeah, it just was like tonally, it didn't match.
Yeah. So the first category, as always, is co op ability, which is how well the game supports teamwork and collaboration between players.
I gave this rating a 10 out of 10, which is a perfect score, which means it's the
Mm-hmm.
must play when it comes to co-op ability. This is a rare gem of a game. You cannot complete or play this game solo, which I really love. The way that they incorporate the co-op is damn near perfect.
Yeah. Yeah,
The ability to strategize together, the team puzzles, different skills and abilities. Like you can't complete a puzzle
Mm-hmm.
without the other person understanding the mechanic of what they need to do. The timing is great, and it has everything you want when you're building that teamwork muscle with your duo, and they did it really beautifully. This thing is a beauty. So I don't think that there is right now a better game when it comes to co-op ability.
Yeah, I agree. I also rated It Takes Two's co-op ability a 10 out of 10. Like this is out of all the co-op games that we've reviewed, this is a true co-op game. With the split screen, it enables both of the players to complete their separate tasks in order to progress in the game. You will not complete the game if you do not have each other. And so this game really requires communication, like strong communication,
Yeah.
timing, collaboration, different skill sets, just like Alokin has already said. And you have to have trust with each other. Like you have to trust that the other player is going to do their part on time as you do yours. So it really is the best co-op game so
Yeah.
far.
As the characters in the game were trusting each other, we were also trusting each other.
Literally.
Yeah.
So with my rating as a 10 out of 10 and Alekin's rating at a 10 out of 10 of co-op ability, the overall rating is a 10 out of 10, which is a very strong rating. It
That's a
is a
perfect
must
score.
play. Yeah.
The next category we're going to review is production quality. This takes a look at the design, artwork components, and the overall craft of the game's materials. I have this game rated an 8 out of 10 for production quality. They said it's beautiful variety across the board from all the different styles to the intentional artwork changes, the UI, and all the details for each level. The puzzles were incredibly fun, but they didn't ever seem out of reach, which made it really great for casuals and advanced. And
Yeah.
the levels are built for that. Like they take
That's
into account the
true.
fact that you're gonna have two different levels playing this game,
Yeah.
which was so smart of them to do. The only thing that made this not a perfect score, and I said this earlier in my cons, is the character design of the real people felt very uncanny valley and fake.
Yeah.
And the book got a little annoying sometimes
The book
as we were
character.
going through. Yeah, the book character. I like the fact that they had a guide, but it just got annoying. And then the two different styles clashing of the real world was like that uncanny valley fake, very scary looking humans.
Yeah.
But then where they really nailed it was when they got into the game.
Yeah.
And the style was so beautiful. I wish they could have found a better marriage between the two. Marriage pun.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. No, I totally agree. I do feel, and this was a hard rating for me, but I ended up saying it is a 10 out of 10 because while I do feel like it was creepy, that design of the humans. Like I said in my review, the only design flaw is the human graphics, but I really believe that its technology remains a groundbreaking milestone in the co-op game history. Even though it's creepy and a little bit like annoying
Creepy.
sometimes, I feel like they're just so innovative. This game is so innovative, which makes it a 10 out of 10. Like the
Yeah.
production quality is incredible. The game This game is truly the most beautiful, intricate, and detailed 3D experience I've ever had in a game. Even though there's no character outfits, which I love and I want, the storyline is heartfelt and the world building is absolutely stunning, let alone the gameplay itself. So for sure, my rating is a 10 out of 10. And then Alokin's is an 8 out of 10, which makes the production quality overall a 9 out of 10, which is still really strong,
Yeah, it's a 9.
incredibly strong.
Yeah. All right, the next category we're going to review is gameplay mechanics. This looks at the game's rules, the flow, balance, and how engaging and intuitive the gameplay feels. I rated this a 9 out of 10. I put, as you level through, there is a multitude of mini games that are so nostalgic and reminiscent of each genre that they're
Yeah,
trying to show.
yeah,
Whether it was RPG, ARPG, fighting, beat 'em up, and even racing style. There
yeah,
is literally something for every style, and it creates moments where each player can really complement one another using their natural perspective on how they play games. And
yeah.
so for that, I feel like they nailed the gameplay for each genre perfectly, and it was so incredibly stunning. So I give it a 9 out of 10.
That is true. I do feel like it takes two. Like they have different types of gameplay all into one.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it so fun and unique. And I do agree with what you're saying. My rating, I put a 10 out of 10 with the gameplay mechanics. It follows a linear story of a married couple on the verge of divorce who must work together for their child. The in game character, which we keep referencing, is the book. This book guides the couple through this journey and provides objectives for every challenge that the couple needs to overcome. And so this gameplay is very helpful for casual gamers like me, but it may feel a bit too slow for avid gamers.
Yeah.
Which even for me, like
It's a good call out.
even though like I do feel like I did say that in the beginning. Yes, the story is great and it is heartfelt, it's important, but I really do just want to play. You
So
know,
too slow for you.
yeah, even for me, it was a bit too slow. But I think like other types of casual gamers might appreciate that, like that guidance and that pacing
Yeah.
of the story.
Yeah.
But regardless, I do think that it is intuitive and engaging.
Yeah. So with Oceanwolv's 10 out of 10 and my 9 out of 10, this gives it an average of a 9.5 out of 10, which makes it almost perfect.
Yes. The last category that we're going to be talking about is the overall fun of It Takes Two, which is reviewing how enjoyable and entertaining the game is for immediate play and long term replayability. My rating is a 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Obviously, from this review, we love this game. It is so fun. I really feel like this game is the ultimate co op game experience. All of the challenges are going to test you and your person's critical thinking, patience, and coordination as a team. And the challenges that you're going to experience are puzzles, platforming, mini games, boss battles, environmental interaction, co op mechanics, and physics based tasks. It is a must play, even if the replayability is low after completing the story.
I love that you put a 10 out of 10 because I also had a lot of fun playing this and gave it a 10 out of 10 too. I put down here, I said, this game is one to be studied and how well they blended all of these different styles
Mm-hmm.
and still managed to create a cohesive, fun, and interesting game. The
Mm-hmm.
storyline was also super unique, which makes the game really fun. The levels were also appropriate for casuals and advanced gamers. It never held back the pacing of the game, and it was never too difficult, even for me, to feel like, okay, I want to put the controller down.
Yeah.
And although, as Oceanwolf said, the replayability wasn't as high because it does feel like a movie. It does
Yeah,
feel like
that's
what you said
true.
earlier in your prose, where it feels very cinematic and you're
Yeah.
going through all these different scenes. And so once you get through the movie, yeah, you might not want to play it again, but the whole joy of the movie was
You
10 out of
feel
10.
complete.
Yeah, you feel like it is a complete story,
Yeah.
a complete ending, and it satisfies that co-op gaming. You don't need to be like, oh, I need to keep playing again to do it, but it's just perfectly wrapped up.
And it, like, that satisfaction lives with you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like when you think of It Takes Two, it's, oh my god, I want to play their next game.
Yeah, yeah, we're waiting for that.
Yeah, which we're super excited. But it definitely, like, this game is literally even okay. So with our rating both as a 10 out of 10 as the overall fun, that makes it a 10 out of 10.
Yep. And I just want to say before we close out, you mentioned something about It Takes Two being in the history. I do feel like anybody who plays co-op games, there is a moment in time for a lot of really historic co-op games. And I think that
Yeah,
It Takes Two will go down in gaming history as one of those co-op games that kind of turned the tide
it definitely did.
for 100% co-op games where you need somebody else. It was so innovative and is so innovative. People will remember before they played this game and after they played this game.
Yeah, it is groundbreaking. It's so innovative. It's a standout game that there's nothing like it. There has never been like anything
Mm-mm.
like it. But now that it's out there, there's going to be so many creators and producers who want to create games like it because it's inspiring.
Yeah.
To have an immersive world like It Takes Two is a feat to even achieve. So with the overall rating, it comes out to a 9.6 out of 10, which is a very strong rating.
It's
Like,
almost perfect.
it speaks for itself. This is such a glowing review of It Takes Two, and it's reflective of the game.
Yeah, you've got to play this game. If you like playing co-op games, there is none better. There, you have to play this game. It's a must play.
It is a must play, and honestly, I don't know if there's ever going to be a game that has a higher review than this one, unless the next game that they produce is better.
Yep. So we really hope that you enjoyed this review, and we really hope that you and your person play It Takes Two, because it will really change what you come to expect from co-op games from now and into the future. We hope this helps you find your next two-player game. If you want a quick rundown of this review, check out our blog in the description. We have more two-player game reviews there, so you and your person can find the perfect one.